The Irish Central Bank last week cut its growth forecast this year to 1.3% from 1.7% rate estimated in October, and projected that GDP will grow 2.5% in 2014. And on Thursday, Ireland's think tank ESRI cut its growth forecast for the nation's economy. Joining me on the line is Lorcan Roche Kelly, Chief Europe Strategist at Trend Marcrolytics. Hello, Lorcan. Ireland's leading think tank ESRI on Thursday cut its growth forecast for the country's economy, warning the government faces increased pressure to meet the fiscal target this year under the terms of its international bailout. What are your thoughts on this?
I think the ESRI cutback is in line with recent revisions we've seen both from the Irish Central Bank and from the European Commission. The ESRI cut their forecast for growth from 2.1% to 1.3%. So it's kind of in line, but I think the reason that they're cutting their forecast it's got less to do with Ireland and more to do with the international economy, because I think a lot of people expected a more rapid turnaround in the international economy in 2013, and we're not seeing that yet. A lot of people are pulling back their forecast based on that.
Demand in exports remains quiet. What are your forecasts for Ireland's export sector?
I think that any forecast for the export sector comes back. Ireland continues to run a good a trade surplus and continues to run a current account surplus. So Ireland has always done okay that way, because it has a lot of industries that are located in Ireland that export internationally from there. I think Ireland's exports generally come down to, again, how well the international economy does. Ireland is a small country that goes up and down based on how well the international economy does. We are an exporting nation, which is good, but we need to have customers at the far side. So again, it comes back to where the growth prospects are for 2013. Irish
unemployment currently stands at 14.6%. Do you see there being an improvement in 2013?
I think Ireland's unemployment has been at 14.6% for the last 2 quarters. It's been there for about 6 months now, and it hasn't got it got worse very quickly at the start of the crisis. It hasn't gotten much worse since. I think there's 2 reasons for that. The first reason is that Irish people tend to emigrate. We have a high immigration and high immigration state, because we have very flexible labour laws, so it's very easy to get in and out of work here. If there's work available, people take it. If there's no work available, people often emigrate. And also because we're flexible labour laws, when there's a pick-up in the global economy, which again we're still looking for this year, then our unemployment will come down quite rapidly, because people are willing to hire because they know they won't be stuck with a worker if the economy turns again.
The ESRI says it believes Ireland will secure full access to debt markets by the time the EU and IMF disburse the last of their €67.5 billion in emergency loans at the end of the year. Do you think this is likely?
I think it seems to be likely at the moment. If you Ireland has managed to get reasonable amounts of debt away into the market. In the last few weeks, in January, they got debt away and sold debt privately into the market, which is nice to see. And they haven't got huge funding needs for this year. Even at the end of the emergency loan period, they still have some cash left over, so they want to fund themselves fully immediately. It's down to international, down to sentiment again. Like if we see, like in the last couple of days, we've seen that sentiment turned against Spain and Italy a bit, which are seen as peripheral countries, and Ireland is still generally seen more or less in that basket. So if the periphery nations like Spain and Italy are doing okay, Ireland will always do okay as well on the international debt markets. But there seems to be good demand at the moment. I think there's nothing right now that looks like it may cause a problem for that. So I think that's still a good call, but we'll see towards the end of the year how things are panning out.
Thanks for joining me, Lorcan. That's all for now, but here at Dukascopy TV, we'll be keeping you updated with the latest financial news throughout the trading week. For now though, goodbye.